Hi everyone, this is going to be much more of an unscripted episode, just kind of weighing in on how I feel about this and what I think about it. So there have been rumors that Daniel Ricciardo would be taking over for Nyck de Vries over at AlphaTauri if he doesn't improve and improve very soon. And then there were rumors and reports that said that he wasn't going to and that was all made up. And I would probably go with that instead of him going to AlphaTauri for the remainder of the season. This is why. The status of AlphaTauri really is as a developmental F1 team. It's almost like the status of AlphaTauri is very much a proving ground for drivers in F1. If you can make it with AlphaTauri, you can make it with any team. Now, this didn't necessarily work out with Gasly going to Red Bull, the main Red Bull team, but he has since gone on to Alpine, and he'll probably be fairly successful there, as he was with AlphaTauri. You have other teams that would possibly look at drivers coming from AlphaTauri, and it's the team where they want to be able to bring up younger drivers. Now, let's look at Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo is not a younger driver. He's 33. He's not old by any means, but he's not a young driver. He's also not a developing driver. He has the skills. He's won races. He's made podiums. He is everything that any other team would really want if they had an opening. And Daniel Ricciardo chose not to join a midfield team at the end of last year, instead taking on the reserve role with the Oracle Red Bull team. And that's his decision. So then it would be like, why is he going down to AlphaTauri? And I say going down, I mean, they are the only team below them in the standings is Williams. So the reality is why would he go to AlphaTauri instead of waiting it out and seeing if another team will have an opening at the beginning of next year, or announces that they will have an opening during this season. It doesn't make any sense for him, and it doesn't make any sense for AlphaTauri either. AlphaTauri wants to bring up young talent. Yuki Tsunoda is not old by any means. It was just his birthday. He's 23, and he's still proving himself, but he's actually showing more consistency this year. And whereas Nyck de Vries is not showing anything really. He had one good free practice one, and then it all fell apart for him. And so that's what we're looking at with him. It's not like Nyck de Vries is a young driver, a young driver, but he's 28. But you would expect Red Bull to want to bring up a driver like Liam Lawson, who's showing great promise, but is still very young. And look to see where they can move these guys and use them in the future. I just don't see how Daniel Ricciardo going to AlphaTauri would make any sense for him, for AlphaTauri, and for Red Bull. But maybe I'm completely off base. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, and you like this form of video, more unscripted, please drop a like, a subscribe. Thanks all for hanging out, and I'll talk to you soon.